Hey guys, this is Raj and I'm going to talk about this movie which has been in a lot of talks and controversies. The movie is Now. Some of you people might have gotten goosebumps while listening to this sound. Yeah, that's what happened. Some people loved this movie and some completely hated it, bashed it, labeled it as misogynistic, sexist, etc. etc. Now, see, I'm not gonna go and dwell into the social impacts of the movie or the glorification of the toxic masculinity and its impacts, but rather, I'm gonna talk about the storyline, the character, and most importantly, if we change the climax of the movie, I feel the movie could have been better. Now, movie did wonders at box office, so just this is my viewpoint. Don't take it personally. So, one thing to note here that I'll be showing you a version of a Kabir Singh as a character study and not a love story. The movie originally should have been about, as the title suggests, Kabir Singh. A character study. Love story should be the integral part but not the central one. Here I'm gonna put Kabir in center. In this version of Kabir Singh, Kabir, the character, his traits will stay the same. He's short tempered, foul mouthed, misogynistic, and toxic. So the movie starts off with Dadi recalling Kabir's childhood. The first scene of the movie will not be in this version. This will become important later. After that, all the introduction will stay the same. We are introduced to Kabir and his state of mind. It's been some time and he's still not over Preeti. He's brilliant in his work and he's stoic in nature. After this, in the flashback, most of the things will remain same. The football match fight will be shortened as I feel it's not that necessary. The professor's rant and Kabir's resignation will stay the same. Here a change comes. Kabir is sitting in what seems an open cafeteria and is smoking. There comes Preeti with her friends. She's not as quiet as she's shown in the movie. They all go for tea, but not like in any military camp or like it's shown in movie. They just go more organically and naturally. As the teapot is empty, Shiva points them to another one. They all say thank you, and that's when Preeti sees Kabir again. And Kabir instantly gets attracted to her. After that, things go same until this scene. Here, Preeti will not be singing in chorus but genuinely enjoying with her friends. Kabir sees and calls Preeti downstairs. This scene will also stay the same, just Preeti will be given more talking to do. More dialogues will be given to her so that we know that she's not a mute one. Joking. She doesn't just listen to Kabir but also communicates with him. They both have dialogues and they both talk to each other. After this, most of the things will stay the same. The love between the two blossoms, the fight with Hamid, Kabir's declaration of love for Preeti to her. Now, back in present, the scene with the maid will be heavily altered. We only see the maid breaking the glass and Kabir insulting her horribly and fires her. The original scene, the comedy one, affects the tone. I feel it's not right, so we'll remove it. In the flashback, the change comes at
शिवा, श्रुति का क्या प्रॉब्लम है बे?
क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
प्रीति से पूछ रही थी कल रात को तुम लोग रूम में साथ में थे क्या? तो उसके साथ हॉस्टल में रही, क्या हुआ? व्हाट्स दिस? हाँ?
Originally, Kabir tells Shiva just as he comes about that he doesn't like Preeti's friend talking about them. Here, the dialogue will be changed as it feels like out of the place. Instead, we see Kabir coming and sitting angrily and Shiva asking what happened. He then tells he doesn't like Preeti's friend, asking about them, but that's just it. No forced humor like this.
क्या हुआ? व्हाट्स दिस?
Now, the next change comes after Preeti is graduated and Kabir has completed masters. After Kabir goes to Preeti's house second time. The whole fight will stay the same, just Kabir will behave more rudely. After at his brother's bachelor's party, he drinks constantly. Here, Preeti comes to visit him and they both fight again. Kabir insults her and tells her to leave. Preeti, disgusted by behavior, leaves. Kabir takes drugs and goes unconscious for what seems 36 hours. Here, the slab fiasco will also stay the same. It has to. Now, what comes next after this will stay the same and is one of my favorite scenes from the movie. Preeti is married, Kapir goes to her house. Seeing that she's married, he goes in heartbreak, his father fires him from his home, the Bekhayali song, but here the song will go on and doesn't interrupt in the middle for conversations. And that shaving the pubes scene is also removed, obviously. Kabir meeting Jia, spending time with her, and eventually breaking up because he's still not over Preeti. Now, here, Kabir is filthy and disgusting in his life, doing drugs and alcohol constantly. Everything stays the same like in the movie, the surgery, the falling unconscious of Kabir during surgery, the lawsuit, all of this. Kabir relapsing and getting suspended for 3 years, everything will be the same. Here, this is the beginning of the climax. Now, the climax will majorly changed because I feel the reason I didn't like the movie that much is the ending. So I'll be narrating my version of ending. Kabir now is at his lowest low. He drinks and smokes all day, heartbroken. The scene where Shiva offers Kabir to marry his sister will be removed. Kabir gets removed from his apartment and he spends the night in slums. Shiva comes to tell Kabir that Dadi has passed away. This brings Kabir to his senses. He goes home to see his Dadi one last time. He shreds few tears. Kabir goes to his dad, who is sitting alone and is in shock. Kabir tells him he understands what he's feeling right now. He talks with his dad almost after a year. He explains his view of life to his dad. This resolves the conflict between both and they hug it out. They all then take the body away for cremation. Kabir, who is shown having beard and wearing black t-shirt during the above scene, now has shaved his beard and is wearing white t-shirt. Yes, it is because Dadi has passed away, but it also symbolizes the emergence from darkness of Kabir. As he opens the garage and is shown sitting on his bike, sunlight is shining on him. His father comes and Kabir tells him he'll start from beginning again and will leave all bad habits behind. He apologizes to his father and his father tells him to take a vacation. Kabir, riding his bike, spots Preeti in the park. He runs to meet her. As he enters the gate, he sees Preeti holding her 2 months old baby, happy. Kabir sees her husband with her and he sees they both are happy. As the melodious track Tujhe Kitna Chahe Aur Hum plays, Kabir realizing what he has lost and what could have been his. He realizes that now she could never be his. He decides not to create problems for her and decides to leave. But still he can't control himself from taking one last look at his love. He rides his bike and stops on highway. He looks at Preeti's photos on his phone. Realizing she's gone now, he finally moves on and goes to his vacation home. His friends visit him and he talks about his self-realization and he's looking forward for what future holds for him. The movie ends on a positive note. Kabir is a changed man now and Preeti is happy in her marriage. That's it. No cliched ending, no baby revelation, no Bollywoodized ending. I know most people will not like this ending, but this is only my viewpoint. Just because they are the two main leads of the movie doesn't mean they have to end up together. And just because they don't end up together doesn't mean it's a sad ending. It's a happy one. This ending, I feel, perfectly fits the arc for Kabir's journey. He should never have gotten Preeti. He don't deserve her. Anyways, this is how I think Kabir Singh could have been better. If you have any of your suggestions, you can put in them into comments. Please like, share and subscribe this channel if you like the video.